Good morning and welcome to day 2 of the Namparang trail. Yesterday, brilliant day. It was in forest most of the time, up on the ridge line, up and down, track nice, track rough, views occasionally. Weather was a bit cool, not a lot of sun, but it meant I wasn't sweating up and down the hills, which is pretty good. So I did 20k, which is around what I wanted, or 20.8 by the time I found a campsite. It was pretty steep and I didn't think I'd find one, but I took a side trail up onto a saddle, found a nice little spot. So today I'm on course 89 now, and I dropped down off the hills and walking along the base of the hills in what looks like farmland, and then I cross a bridge onto the island of Wando and go back into the forest and have some lovely views and through our arboretum, aiming for around 20 to 25k again today. Body's feeling alright, knees a little achy, but it was quite a big downhill for the last 3k, so that's to be expected. But apart from that, feeling good, had a good night's sleep. Got down to 3 degrees last night, which was pretty chilly. Anything it wasn't in my sleeping bag I could feel very quickly, but sleeping bag did quite a good job. Woke up this morning at 6 and it's 4 degrees, so I decided I wasn't getting up yet. So it's 7:30 now, the sun's up and it's warmed up to a whole 7 degrees. So I have my gloves, I have the wind jacket with the hood up, but I have a feeling it's going to warm up pretty quickly soon. So yeah, looking forward to another good day. Been back on trail. Whee! Beautiful views, just about down the bottom now. Nice. Having my breakfast. It's just a muesli bar. Have a couple of those. They're pretty nice. Haven't managed to find any instant powdered breakfast, so these will do. Going through the crops, definitely into farmland now. Good marking. Hey. I think those hills in the distance is the island that I'm going to be on. I do see a bridge there, but I'm not sure if it's the bridge. So I've just been winding through the farmland. It's interesting, all up on the foothills is the burial mounds or graves. There's been almost constant. I guess you can't waste the valuable land, but you want to keep your ancestors near you. I'll have to ask a local. Anyway, so yeah, just winding through. It's pretty. We've left the flats and started climbing, and it's a good way to get to warm up in the morning. We go up and it's only a short climb up and over and back down to the flats again. Oh, I'm glad you're tied up. Felt like I was going through someone's backyard. I see the ribbons in the tree just up there. Way off the road. I learned a valuable lesson last night. There were some of these by where the tent was. I went to gently pick one up to move it, and not a good idea. Those spikes are a lot sharper than they look and stuck in and then hurt for a little while. So next time I'll move them with my foot. It's a good thing you go to a new country, you'll learn a whole lot of new things, which is what makes it fun. Another little guard dog. So it looks like that's the end of the dirt trail. It's a few hundred meters just to get over. We will be somehow going across that way near the road and across. Just in a big doggy. There's the trees, that little hill that we went over. We went through the little village and then now winding along this little trail next to where we came down. That's why these trails are distance is a lot more. If you say you're going to Tangkut to Busan, doesn't sound like very much, but when you're zigzagging in and out of little paths and trails and country roads and doing loops around islands, that's why it's 1470 kilometres. But it's good, lets you get to see the countryside. I saw an older couple going for a walk who just kept pointing at my legs, obviously wearing shorts, and number one, wearing shorts, number two, wearing shorts in these temperatures. But I'm warming up now. I think the hood will be coming off soon, and gloves not far after, now that the sun is out. Trail marking has been very good. There is even an arrow on someone's house pointing directions. And zigzagging through. I wonder if we're going to go under the road or beside the road. I know that we are going to be turning right, still heading towards the sea. Nope, not going under, going beside. Wando! That's the island I'm going to. Okay, that's interesting. So I took the video there, went to the overpass here, come along, and now I am heading back that way. Not quite sure why we didn't take that road that went that way, but anyway, that's the trail. And there's the answer. The road finishes there, and you got a paddock and a big channel, so you needed to go this way to get to the bridge. The gloves sitting on the pump. Whoop. What are they? Ducks. I've seen a few what I think look like herons, but really solid looking herons, a bit bigger than the ones I'm used to. Yeah, that is why we went around. There was a logical explanation. I'm still having flashbacks to the Hyson, which did pointless things, and that's the Hyson trail in Australia. So I need to learn to trust this trail isn't making me do pointless things. Ooh, I'm on a road now. It was only on the road for 50 metres, and now I've got footpaths. That's where I came from. Across here, through a little town, and on the road for a bit. I think there might be a footpath up ahead. Signs still brilliant. No more footpath. This looks like a massive fish market. Beautiful decorations all along it. Right, along the road. On across the road, and look at that neat sculpture. Nice views. Right. We're going to head across to that bridge. These are cool. I've seen these in a lot of the K-dramas as well. They're narrow so they can get in the lanes in between the fields. They've got raised sections, which we'll see soon. It looks like an information sign. Usually they're standing upright. Okay, so this is for section 86. Here's a great map, even though it's for not the section I'm on. So I'm assuming I'm here, and 89 ends here, and then section 88, which is what I'm doing, goes through to here, and that'll be close to where I want to camp. And then 87 follows the coast around, and then 86 goes up all the way up to here and then takes off. So it's actually quite a bit of time. These are all around I think around 14 to 16k each one of these. So I'll be on the island for one night, maybe 2 nights before I take off. Welcome to Wando, Island of Health. This is where the coloured markers are good, because I should not be seeing a red arrow. It's a loop around the island, so obviously I've missed a turn and I have to go back to the last intersection. But I didn't see any signs at last intersection, I just saw the fluttering ribbon ahead. So, back I go. I just checked my map. Thankfully I only went about 20 metres. But I'm in the middle island. I'm not where it's meant to go around the island yet. So this is the direction I'm meant to be going. So I'm not sure why there's only a yellow arrow. But yeah, I have to keep going straight this way. And that's Wonder Island. I'll be going around the base of it and then up into the mountains there. And I've got to cross this bridge, up the stairs and across the bridge. Whee, not a bad view. Saw these little boxes while on the buses. I'm not sure what they are. They look like they're just lights. I thought they were speed cameras or something. Alrighty, over the bridge. I see an information sign down there. Yep, this is for the section I've just done. That's a bit more accurate this time. So the 5 hours is a bit generous. I don't think it took that long. And here we go. This is more helpful. So I've been coming along this way, and here 89 and 88 that way, and then I'll come back around to this point and have to redo that part again. Alright, so on the waterfront, and I think I am going to get something to eat, get rid of my rubbish, possibly top up some extra water while I'm here, and then head around the island. I am a big fan of the convenience stores. They are amazing. I stopped and had a morning tea, but the convenience stores for a hiker have got such a massive range of things to have for snacks and main meals, but you know, not just your chocolate bar and chip snacks, but you got meat on a stick. You can have crab or pork or beef or chicken. There are sort of little packets of gherkins or dill pickles. The different types of sushi, ready meals, bento box type meal. Just amazing. I'll find one with a friendly person and see if I can take some video of it, but it's amazing. So I had a apple pie and banana milk. I love their banana milks. And I've picked up a roll of gimbap or sushi, a roll of it to have for lunch. It's amazing. It's also much cheaper than what I'm used to in New Zealand. For the same size roll of sushi that I've just got in New Zealand, I'd be looking at probably around $13, and here $2.20. It's brilliant, and really nice flavours too. I'm starting to get some heat spots on my feet, so I might stop and put a bit of chafing cream on it just to lubricate it a little bit. Not a bad view as I'm walking along. Nearly off the boardwalk. Still on footpaths. Got the flags fluttering every 100 metres or so. Right, off the road. We're off the main road and onto little roads. Getting closer to wilderness. I am heading up that valley, and not far up that valley I should then be into forest. But it is interesting, you know, just seeing what it's like with the farming. The fields are tiny when I compare it to New Zealand crop fields. You know, these are very, very small scale, but I guess that's a matter of population. So Korea has a population of, I think it's 51 million, something around there. New Zealand's 5.3. And land mass, so that's 10 times bigger. However, land mass, New Zealand's 2.5 times. So Korea's 100,000 square kilometres, and New Zealand's 267,000 square kilometres, so there's a lot less people in New Zealand. We got a lot more room to be doing things. Lots of decorations on the buildings, murals everywhere. Just hard on my feet being on these roads, that's why my feet were sore. So it'll be nice to be back on dirt trails. Took a while to start warming up, so 11:30 took my wind jacket off. It's 15 degrees, but the wind has still got a real bite to it, so I'm right on the cusp of needing a jacket or not. I've kept it off because I'm going to be climbing hills soon, but definitely long sleeves. Alright, just doing a little detour and then through this village and then climbing. Most of the villages I've gone through have got exercise machines, which are pretty cool. Keep in mind the villages are only sort of 400 or 500 metres apart, but yeah, most of them got them, which is neat. Good to encourage exercising. Right, getting closer. It's funny, I'm going through all of these villages, old houses and stuff, and then suddenly you get this modern monstrosity here. A fancy car has just come out of it. Anyway, so we've just come out of there, gone across the main road. We are heading. Got a little track off the road, which is nice. Off the footpath and beside the road, but it's a nice wide verge on the road. And we've started climbing. I've just had my poles in my hands on the flat, but poles are back out to help me climb. Off the main road, this is the Janam Du Wonder Arboretum, and this is the home of the largest broadleaf evergreen population in the world. I'm not sure if that's a number of types of it or the number of trees, not sure. However, where's my next location? There's definitely a ribbon. Oh yeah, I see the ribbon fluttering over there. It's really good having them flutter in the breeze, it really stands out. Way I've come, this is pretty, look at this. There's a welcome site, a toilet, and massive building here. Not quite sure what it is. Haven't seen a marker for a little while since I went through the pay gate where the guy just waved me through. But from the map, I just keep following this road for a while. Marking's really bad in this area. There was a marker on the far side of the junction, but nothing to say which way to go. So I've had to get out the map, and it looks like going that way. It's pretty. Still no markers. I'll keep going though. I'll go for another 5-10 minutes. If I don't see a marker, I'll head back. I love some of these statues. It's quite neat. They're all the way along here. There's dogs. A rabbit. Oh, they're cute. Heaps more up there. Information signs, so you can tell what trees you're looking at. Leaves and acorns. Finally, I have confirmation. Here's an arrow. I've got another junction. I follow the road or the trail? I think the road. This is lovely. Even though I'm on a road, it's a quick way to gain altitude quickly. But each of the areas, this is a dwarf conifer area I'm going through now. It's actually beautiful, the trees and that. Oh, hard work going up though. I've been constantly climbing, so I'm making some good altitude gains. And even though it's sealed, I'm actually really loving it. Trees either side, and going up like this and not having to worry about my footing means I can look around a whole lot more. And it's worth looking around. Oh, definitely warmed up now though. Sleeves are up and I am sweating. Took an energy down and it's just starting to kick in now, which is nice. Hey, finally leave the road and head up off-road on a trail. So heading up to Sanghua Bung. So it's a mountain, 644 meters, and currently at 478 meters. So it's not actually that much further to climb. So I didn't expect it to be quite so much road. It was 5 kilometers of climbing up. It's amazing how big this arboretum is, though we did leave the bounds of it. So started down there, went across and up through here, zigzag, zigzag, onto this road up to here. And from here, do the push up to 644 and 1.4 kilometers. And we're at it says 460, yeah, so only a couple of 100 meters. But it looks like beautiful forest trail to go up, which is nice. And I'll have a nice break somewhere where I get a nice view. Oh, so good to be off the sealed road. It's hard on the feet. That's fancy. Nice handrail. I guess the rocks are quite slippery when it's wet. A big rock. Alright, we get some stairs and some more handrail. Oh, this is nice being back on. Gotta admit, my legs are a little tired at the moment. Nearly 18 kilometres for the day, and quite a lot of that has been on road. Well, it's all been on roads, and a bit have been climbing as well. So, and second day is always the hardest on your legs. Find the first day you're so excited about being on trail, but then it sets in overnight, your legs get a little tired. So, yeah, day 2 and 3 are always worst. Oh, it's good though, good challenge. Feel like I'm in a tunnel. There's stuff like one couple of parts yesterday, but much taller. Panorama time. Wow. I think I was up in those ridge lines yesterday. I see the mast, we came down a little bit further over. So I've walked all the way around there. Up past that lake is where the big building and the arboretum starts. Wound my way up here. And woohoo! Look at that. Gorgeous. Beautiful day today. Woohoo! Wow. And can't see much that way. Still climbing. Still nowhere near yet. Just a few signs. Definitely no shortage of information. However, that's the one I care about. 700 meters. Oh. Got to a little knoll, and we'll be heading down and then back up to the main hill, which you can see through the distance there. Over there. That's pretty. Look at that. And another viewpoint. And I'm hiding in the grand reveal. Heaps of islands out there. Oh, hey. And that is where I'm heading. So, nearly there. Alright, back on trail. I like these little viewpoints. This is too good a spot to give up. Perfect level seat there. Look at that. With views like that. I think I'll stop in for lunch. So this is lunch. And I think there's beef and something else in it. Not sure what it is. However, the nutritional information, it's got really good energy. And it wasn't 2,700, it was only 2,200. So pretty good. Yum. And that's what it looks like. I've already eaten one. So it's a good sized meal. And lots of yummy stuff inside. I think it's crab and carrot, tofu, something else, and flavoured rice. And it's tiny bit spicy, but not too bad. I think I will start hiccuping, but not badly. That's the way to do things. With through hiking, I'm actually very bad about stopping and just doing nothing and taking in the scenery, but start of the trails I try a lot more to try and do that. When you get places like that, it's actually quite easy to just sit there for a while. So for me, that was a really long break. I think it was about half an hour just eating the food and sitting there. It was nice. But I do need to keep moving on. I'm not actually going to be doing much more today because I'm at 18k, so I was wanting to be stopping somewhere around 20 to 25k, and I think the terrain is going to dictate that. So once I get to around 20k, it'll just be wherever seems like a nice campsite. I am actually do need to stop and not push forward. My feet are a little sore. Oh, there's another of those flowers. It's funny, you think it's that way, but it's actually underneath. Yes, my feet are quite sore from the road walking, I guess. I haven't had time to. Oh, well. It needs a bit of concentration. Alright, as I was saying, I better stop talking quickly. This needs more concentration. Yeah, because of the roads, they take you a bit of a pounding. They haven't hardened up yet. Still poor little soft feet. So they are a little bit sore at the moment. So it'd be good to stop. For some reason this climbing is fairly easy. I think I'm just about at the top. It's a lovely trail. You get moments where it's flat and smooth and you can make some good progress, and then you get some really rocky where you need both hands dropping yourself down just for a bit of fun factor, and stairs make sure you gain some altitude quickly. Yes, good. And then of course views on both sides. Another great information board. Oh, and there's the top just up there. Looks like you can camp up here. Those are tent platforms. A little bit faded. Or are they picnic platforms? Not sure. They look like what I've seen in the photos for tent platforms. Wow, this is just gorgeous. I'm heading down to there, then out to the edge and around, and then down that way, back round to the start point that I saw. Oh hey, that is beautiful. Interesting, all the islands are connected together, all by land bridges. That is an amazing viewpoint. I wasn't quite expecting glass floor viewing platforms. Alright, looking for my flags, heading down. Alright, now I've got a lot of downhill, which my knees aren't going to be happy with. And I go for probably another half hour, and then keep an eye out for campsites. I did see a saddle, which is a possibility, but yeah, it depends on vegetation and the slope. Right. Nice clear markings still. Alright. Got lots of these pink flowers everywhere now. This would be quite scary coming down if it was really wet. If it's slippery rock, which I assume it is given the fact that there's handrails, but when it's dry like this, it's not an issue at all. That got steeper in a hurry. Down. This is my first taste of spring. It's going to be beautiful if the trail's going to be covered in lots of flowers like these are. Oh, right. It's alternating now between really steep and not quite as steep. A lot harder going in this direction. It's been quite steep coming down so far. So while the road isn't the nicest on my feet, it did make gaining height pretty easy. This looks cool. It doesn't look real. Looks like a pretend. It's so cool. There's a weird rock in the end. It's giving us the fingers. Fortunately, that is the end of the dirt, and it is now on gravel road. So going down from here is going to be quite steep, and probably not going to be able to find anywhere to camp. So I'm not quite at 20k, but I'm near enough. So just going along this track, which doesn't seem to be a major track, far enough away that it's not where people go to the toilet, just to see if I can find a flattish spot for my tent. So this is that side trail. It doesn't look like it gets used very much, and there was no sign and there's no ribbons. And here's my little tent, squeezed in again. Got a few things sticking out right around the edges, but that's alright. It should be nice and cozy. Basic thing is it was a clear spot, so I didn't have to damage any vegetation, which is my key thing, to be able to leave without showing any sign I've been there.